talking extreme house flipping. It's basically everything I do. If you're new here, I'm Lea the Flippin' Redhead, and I'm going to give you 5 things to do when taking on an extreme house flip.
And I'm Shaun, and I've got the 5 don'ts of extreme house flipping.
Put on your freaking hard hat. Do prioritize safety and structural repairs, such as fixing the foundation. I always order a structural engineer's report. He's going to give me the good news, which is I don't really need those 75 piers that the free inspection from the foundation company claimed I did. But he's also going to give me the bad news. I do need to do some piers. I want to make sure there are no immediate hazards for the crew. Falling through a floor is painful, and you want to make sure that you do this in order. Do not want to wait until you have a potential buyer in your home and you haven't done the check on the foundation, because at this point you've already put in these gorgeous floors and you're going to be ripping those up when you have to fix that foundation, and that's going to cost you money.
Don't underestimate cost. Due to extensive rehab and renovation, it is crucial to budget accordingly. Failing to do so can put you in a hole you just can't dig yourself out of. If you're under budgeted, you might not even finish your project. What's the #1 rule in house flipping? Don't lose money.
Do assess the property thoroughly. You want to reassess that initial inspection that you did, if you did one. We buy a lot of hoarder houses. Quite often, we buy houses sight unseen. So if I can't see it, I have to assume it's bad. But once I get that house empty and I can get in there, now I can reassess everything that I had in my initial budget. That bathroom shower that was crammed to the ceiling with clothes, may be nothing wrong with it. It may be that they quit using it 20 years ago because it blew out. Either way, I'm going to find out what's really wrong with the house and change my budget to fit it.
Don't neglect to get the proper permits and inspections. Failure to do so can result in financial loss. It can result in time loss. A cease order from the local inspector means that your whole project is on hold. That's days that you're not completing anything. And in real estate, time is money. Every day costs you something when you're flipping a house. Once the work is completed, schedule the proper inspections. Those green tags are what lets everybody know your work is good. It was done by a professional and it was completed properly. These things will protect you from lawsuits in the future.
Do budget for contingencies. You want to set aside a significant portion of your budget for unforeseen things that may arise during the renovation process. I always have at least a 5% contingency in every budget. If I'm doing an extreme flip, like this one, I want at least 10%. And if you're new, you want more than that. Just because you have extra money in the budget doesn't mean you have to spend it. But if you don't have that extra money in the budget and something arises during the reno, you're going to be sunk. In this game, budget is boss.
Today's buyers are savvy. They're no longer buying lipstick on a pig. They want to see change in a home, and they want to know that it was done properly. Don't sacrifice quality for cost savings. Although it is important to manage expenses, it's also important to ensure that the work done is up to par. We want quality materials and quality craftsmanship. We all want to make money, but you need to balance that profit with integrity. Do the work right the first time.
Do a comprehensive, detailed scope of work. Now that you've been able to get into the property and properly assess it, you need to adjust that budget to match what's going on in that house. You may have to scratch some of the pretty things that you wanted to do because you found some hidden or latent maintenance items that were not in your budget. You don't go over budget, you adjust the budget.
Don't overcomplicate the floor plan. While making changes to the floor plan and adding bathrooms may increase the value of a property, avoid overcomplicating the floor plan. Aim for practical, functional modifications that increase the overall appeal of the property. While adding a steam room sauna may be a great thing, having to walk through the garage to get to it might take all the glam out of it.
Do hire specialized professionals. You need to assemble a team of licensed and experienced contractors that are familiar with working with these extreme situations, like hoarder houses, burned houses, flooded houses. You don't want that contractor. That jack of all trades is going to get you shut down. You need experienced contractors and you need to vet them. You not only want to make sure they're licensed, you want to see their work.
Don't overinvest for the market. Avoid over-improving a home. Look at your comp, check out the photos, see what improvements they've made, and use that as a basic blueprint. Spending excessively on renovations doesn't necessarily mean you are going to get that increase in value. The market still dictates your value. It is what other people are willing to pay. If you're over improving for an area, like let's say adding $10,000 quartzite countertops to a $200,000 shotgun home, you're not going to see your return on that investment. And also, a bank isn't going to see that value either. And banks only lend based on appraised value. It's unlikely that your buyer is going to have the extra to come out of pocket for what the bank's not willing to lend on. And you're going to wind up eating that price cut.
So prioritize safety, quality, and adherence to local regulations to ensure a successful and profitable extreme house flip. Trust me, I know. I have 20+ years doing this. And if you want to learn a little more, click this video right here.